Dreamers by Siegfried, Sassoon. Soldiers are citizens of death's grey land, drawing no dividend from time's tomorrows. In the great hour of destiny they stand, each with his feuds, jealousies, and sorrows. Soldiers are swore to action. They must win some flaming, fatal climax to their lives. Soldiers are dreamers when the guns begin. They think of firelit homes, clean beds, and wives. I see them in the foul dugouts, gnawed by rats, and in the ruined trenches lashed with rain. Dreaming of what they did with balls and bats, and mocked by hopeless and longing to regain. Bank holidays, and in picture shows and spats, and going to the office in the train.
A Poison Tree by William Blake. I was angry with my friend. I told my wrath did end. I was angry with my foe. I told it not, my wrath did grow. And I'd watered it in fears, night and morning with my tears, and I sunned it with smiles and with soft, delicate wiles. And it grew both day and night till it bore an apple bright. And my foe beheld it shine, and that he knew it was mine. And into my garden stole, when the night had veiled the pole. In the morning glad I see my foe outstretched beneath the tree.
The Arrow and the Sun by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. I shot an arrow into the air. It fell to earth. I knew not where, for so swiftly it flew. The sight could not follow it in its flight. I breathed a song into the air. It fell to earth. I knew not where, for who has sight too keen and strong that it can follow the flight of a song. Long after war, in an oak, I found the arrow, still unbroke, and the song, from beginning to end, I found again in the heart of a friend.
Uphill by Christina, Rossetti. Does the road wind uphill all the way? Yes, to the very end. Will the day's journey take the whole long day, from morn to night, my friend? But is there for the night a resting place? A roof for when the slow, dark hours begin? May not the darkness hide it from my face. You cannot miss that end. Shall I meet other wayfarers at night, those who have gone before? Then must I knock or call when in sight. They will not keep me standing at that door. Shall I find comfort, travel sore and weak? Of the sum of labor, the sum you shall find. Will there be beds for me and all who seek? Yea, beds for all who come.
One Art by Elizabeth Bishop. The art of losing isn't hard to master. So many things seem filled with the intent to be lost that their loss is no disaster. Lose something every day, except the fluster of lost door keys, the hour badly spent. The art of losing isn't hard to master. Then practice losing farther, losing faster, names and places and where it was you meant to travel. None of these will bring disaster. I lost my mother's watch. And look, my last or next to last 3 loved houses went. The art of losing isn't hard to master. I lost 2 cities, lovely ones, and vaster, some realms I owned, 2 rivers, a continent. I miss them, but it wasn't a disaster. Even losing you, a joking voice, a jester I loved, I shan't have lied. It's evident.
Art?
The art of losing not too hard to master, though it may look like, write it, like disaster.
The house was quiet and the world was calm by Wallace Stevens. The house was quiet and the world was calm. The reader became the book, and summer night was like the conscious being of the book. The house was quiet and the world was calm. The words were spoken as if there were no book, except that the reader leaned above the page. Wanted to lean, wanted much to be. The scholar to whom the book is true, to whom the summer night is like a perfection of thought. The house was quiet and the world was calm, because the words were spoken.
The quiet was part?
The quiet was part of the meaning, part of the mind, the access of perfection to the page. And the world was calm, the truth in a calm world, in which there is no other meaning. Itself is calm. Itself is summer and night. Itself is the reader leaning late and reading there.
Sparkles from the Wheel by Walt Whitman. Where the city's ceaseless crowd moves on, the livelong day, withdrawn, I join a group of children watching. I pause aside with them. By the curb, toward the edge of the flagging, a knife grinder works at his wheel, sharpening a great knife. Bending over, he carefully holds it to the stone by foot and knee. With measured tread, he turns rapidly as he presses with light but firm hand. Fourth issue, then in copious golden jets, sparkles from the wheel.
The scene and all its belongings, how they seize and affect me. The sad, sharp-chinned old man, with worn clothes and broad shoulder band of leather. Myself effusing and fluid, a phantom curiously floating, now here absorbed and arrested. The group, an unminded point set in a vast surrounding. The attentive, quiet children. The loud, proud, restive bass of the streets. The low, hoarse purr of the whirling stone. The light pressed blade. Diffusing, dropping, sideways darting, in tiny showers of gold. Sparkles from the wheel.
Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night by Dylan Thomas. Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end know dark is right, because their words had forked no lightning, they do not go gentle into that good night.
Good men, the last wave by, crying how bright their frail deeds might have danced in a green bay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Wild men who caught and sang the sun in flight, and learned too late they grieved it on its way. Do not go gentle into that good night.
Grave men, near death, who see with blinding sight, blind eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light.
And you, my father, there on the sad height, curse, bless me now with your fierce tears. I pray, do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light.
The Waking by Theodore, Roethke. I wake to sleep and take my waking slow. I feel my fate and what I cannot fear. I learn by going where I have to go. We think by feeling, what is there to know? I hear my being dance from ear to ear. I wake to sleep and take my waking slow. Of those so close beside me, which are you? God bless the ground. I shall walk softly there and learn by going where I have to go. Light takes a tree, but who can tell us how? The lowly worm climbs up a winding stair. I wake to sleep and take my waking slow. Great nature has another thing to do to you and me, so take the lively air and lovely learn
by going where you'll have to go. The shaking keeps me steady. I should know what falls away is always and is near. I wake to sleep and take my waking slow. I learn by going where I have to go.